This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth within you? If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy, for the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. Shalom, Yasharallah.
Shalom.
We the brothers from the prophets in Babylon camp here in Temple, Florida. I'm your brother Taziar, and to my right is,
Shaquat
to my left is.
Tazamat.
Before we go any further within this lesson, we would love to give all praises, honor, glory, and infinite blessings to
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Katadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, that teach well and rule. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right, coming through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Ashai to edify and to feed his sheep. All right, in this quick lesson, all right, we're gonna call it a quick hit of basically how, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, how the Most High is dwelling within you, and that how you are not supposed to defile your temple, and how when you defile your temple, the effects of it. You know what I'm saying? But this is 1 Corinthians 3 and 16. It says, "Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth within you? If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy. For the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are." And I have this article, all right, and it reads, it says, 2-year-old child overdoses on father's fentanyl supplies. And it says, per Merced PD, it says Marvin Thomas, 34, was arrested for felony child endangerment. The child will make a full recovery, but it says on Sunday, December the 18th, 2022, Merced police officers responded to Mercy Medical Center for a 2-year-old child that tested positive for fentanyl. The parents transported the child to the emergency room after he experienced life-threatening symptoms consistent with a fentanyl exposure. Medical personnel administered treatments, and the child's condition improved through the morning hours. The parents were cooperative with investigating officers. Detectives established the father's Marvin Thomas brought fentanyl-laced marijuana products into the home, and the child experienced an exposure. So basically, what we want to get into is basically how, when you defile your temple with, marijuana, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't be wise for you to indulge into, marijuana, because the way the people use marijuana in this society, it's against, Yahweh Shem Ashai. It's against, the laws. It's against the Lord, because, when you smoke, you're defiling your temple. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to, put smoke, in your body. You're not supposed to smoke marijuana. You know how marijuana was created for, medicinal purposes, but the people of this world use it, for, different ways. They use it for wickedness, man. So when you smoke it, it's not good for you, man. And for those who sell it, you are considered a witch. That's why you can go back to 1 Corinthians 3 and 16. It says, "Know ye not that you are the temple of the Most High?" And it's talking about you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. You were created in, the Most High's image, man. And the Lord dwells within you, more so, the elect. But it says, "In that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth within you." In verse 17 it says, "If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy." Because you're not supposed to be inhaling those type of fumes, man. Smoke doesn't belong in your body, especially if the Most High is dwelling within you. It says, "For the temple of the Most High is holy," and that word holy goes into separate. It's holy, man. Which the temple ye are. So you're not supposed to be indulging in those type of fumes, man. Because when you indulge in type of fumes, you got to think about it, man. All right, who's in charge today? You have Esau. And this nigga, he has these, these scientists. He have all these, these type of people that splicing these weeds together, that's putting all type of strands together and shit. That's unhealthy for you, man. That's why you be paranoid. You be psyched out. You be tripping because they have spirits on these weeds, man. You have to think about it when these people be growing these weeds. They be praying to these other gods. They be putting spirits on it, man. It's not good for you. Just how everything has, I won't say everything, but for a good example is how the stones have a good side and a bad side. That's just example for this marijuana, man.
Right.
The good side is to use it in medicinal when it is needed. Put it in the foods, your teas and things like that. But when you start smoking, that's when you're going off. It's bad. To simply put it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got anything to say, bro?
Because basically, like weed, how they use it in modern day terms, they use it to, like the brother said, defile the temple. But really, when you smoke, it's just really demons latching onto you, because you can see you can see a person that smoke weed every day. He's like, he literally is to the point like he can't do nothing without weed going first. So, like, really, it's a demon that hopped on that man to, smoke. And another thing I was going to say, when they smoke weed, it really, how the brother said, defile the temple, because, I used to be a weed smoker. Like, you will forget. Like, you will have bad memory, you will misplace things and stuff like that. Man, that's a demon, bro. Like, because it'll be important things, and like you be trying to remember where you put this stuff at, where you know what I'm saying, you mess around, you do the wrong thing, bro. You're not circumspect, around you, and not sober.
Yeah, or they even say you fiending out, and a fiend is a demon. That's what a fiend is. They're like, oh, you fiending out for weed,
Right.
or whatever. When you have that urge to always smoke. It's because them demons on you. Them demons have like lashed themselves onto you, and it's like to the point where like, damn, you feel like you gotta smoke before you do this. You gotta smoke before you eat.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of brothers, they used to be in the world and they used to smoke because it was something common. It was it was something that was pushed.
It was a temporal good feeling.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying. But it, in all actuality, is like some spirits that's just taking over, man. And you always hear, I can start when I want to. I can start when I feel like it.
But they never stop.
But they never stop. It's like an unquenchable thirst, man. And that's why you're not supposed to be smoking. It's not good for your health. You know what I'm saying?
You think you could grab that scripture where the unclean man went to the graveyard?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that, because that shows, these demons, they love unclean things, and you making your body unclean. How can the Lord deal with you? But before you get that, I'm gonna get this scripture. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 38. We can start at verse 2. Well, verse 1. We can start verse 1. 38 and 1. It says, honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the uses which ye have made. It's like it says, for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Lord have created him. It says, for of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of the physician lifted up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord have created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to run into a person like, oh, but, the weed comes from the earth.
Yeah.
But it's about how you using it is what I'm saying. Because, yes, it's a medicine. Yes, we know. But how people use it wrongfully. You got to use it for, like the brother said, teas, and because it does relax and stimulate your body and help you heal and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
A right, correct physician, he will give you the oil and tea to, here, you put this in your tea, you put this in your oil, to help you. It's going to help your body and your aches and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. You have that scripture?
Nah,
You
where's
found
it
it?
at, bro? Is it Mark 5? 1 and 20?
Probably.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. But yeah, it's because, the Most High is, he's balanced. He's just, he's evil and he's good. But, you always have, you have a way of doing things. You have the righteous way of doing things. And, the people of this world, of course, are going to boast, smoking because it's evil, man. So you have these people that always smoke, they even got a whole fucking holiday talking about 420. But the whole thing about it is how, this dude's son is, almost lost his life, to these, this fent, marijuana. And you don't know what they have in this weed, man.
You talking about fentanyl?
Yeah, because he almost died off of fent. And you have multiple sources on the internet talking about how he passed. And you have one source on here talking about how he's recovering from it. I'm going to bring out this piece real quick. If I can't find it.
Yeah, it's Mark 5.
Yeah, okay. Let me see. Bear with me real quick. But basically, how the scripture tells you, be not ignorant because...
Yeah, be not ignorant of any small thing.
Yep. Because, you have a lot of brothers, who came, from that smoking, that demon that hopped off them.
It's Sirach 5 and 15.
I got it right here. And it says, here it is. It says, Sirach chapter 5 and verse 15, it says, be not ignorant of anything in the great matter or it's small. Even if it's little as weed. Because, in this society, they don't consider it as that being a drug. They consider it being medicinal even before, but you got Joe Biden that's pushing it. But you don't know what they put in that weed, man.
That's why they try to legalize it.
Yeah, that's why they're trying to legalize it. You literally have these heathens that pray over that shit, man. You have Elam. That's where it really comes from. Elam, they be smoking that shit heavy, man. They put spirits on that weed. They pray to that shit. And then you have Jake over here that be smoking that shit. They practice it to a religion, man. You know what I'm saying? But that puts spirits on our people, man. And that's why you be seeing them. They be sluggish. They be out of sight, out of mind. They don't know what the hell is what's going on. Out of state. They don't be in the right spirit, man. And that's why the Lord tells you, man, be sober, be vigilant. How are you gonna be sober and how are you gonna be vigilant if you've been smoking? You can't. You don't know what the fuck is going on around you, man. It makes you feel stupid and slow. It really does, bro.
Not for real.
On some real shit, bro. It
For
makes you
real.
feel stupid and slow. Especially being in this truth, man. You can't do it. So how you gonna watch out for the prophecies? How you gonna watch out for what's going on, man? If you off that shit, it's impossible, man. You can't be on your watchman seat. Scripture tells you how the Lord has made us a watchman, man. How you gonna be on shit if you off some other shit? You feel me?
Right.
And it's simple as that.
Yeah, it's funny because it's true, bro.
Yeah, it's true. Down to the nitty gritty, bro. That's why the Lord tell us to be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, seek of whom he may devour. And if any little thing in in this world that is glorified, it could take you out, man.
Oh yeah, hey, I just want to say this thing too, bro. Hey, brothers that came off of weed or, hey, that demon will come back in your brain.
Yeah, it's heavy, man.
It will urge you damn, bro, all these bros fucking smoking.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to hit the blunt.
Yeah.
That's the flesh, bro.
It's the flesh, and it's not worth it, bro.
For real, bro. Really, bro, it's everything is a test at the end of the day. Yahweh Shema Shai, Barakatah.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shema Shai. It's a test, bro, because if you're not able to defeat your minor slight temptations, how much more the major temptations? And like,
Yeah.
You coming off, some brothers come off alcohol, some brothers come off weed, some brothers come off whatever type of drug or lust your flesh has that was very addicted to it. Hey, it's gonna be kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers easier than others. Easier said than done for some brothers. But at the end of the day, that trial is always gonna come back. Whether it be, a couple months, maybe a year or whatever. Hey, I'm gonna tell you my personal story, my personal testimony. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when I first was in the truth, I stopped burning. You know what I'm saying? I used to smoke. I stopped smoking. And then, for a year straight, I was straight, not smoking, being them temptations, like not smoking, just find an alternative, which, just drink a little bit, I'll be straight. But then that trial hit me again, like after a whole year, bro. It hit me, and I fell for it. You know what I'm saying? I fell for it. I felt bad, bro. I felt sorrowful. Like that thought in your mind will make you, like, bro, that thought in your mind will make you feel super sorrowful. Like, damn, Lord, like, don't take the spirit away from me. Like, you repenting heavy, like, you praying, like, bro, you have that feeling inside of you, like, bro, like, what I did, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like words you can't even utter, bro.
It's really can, because that's when that fear falls upon you.
For
you
real,
feel me?
Bro.
And a lot of times it happens really because when you follow your wits from women, because you have a lot of these women that's be in this world, and you try to please these women. Brothers be burning and shit, but you be trying to, you be trying to get some box. You feel me? And a lot of these women, they smoke, man.
Every motherfucking
every
smoke.
woman in Babylon, they smoke, man. Either they smoke, they drink, or they indulge in wickedness, man. And you be trying to please that shit. But the scripture tells you, how you're not supposed to follow your, out of your wits for women, man. And it'll happen to you, man. You know what I'm saying? We all fall short.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you have to remember that it's a test.
It's about how you get back up.
Exactly.
Are you going to keep fighting? Or are you just going to stay down?
Exactly, man. Scripture says, I just may follow 7 times. And that's the mercy of Yahweh Shem Ashad. But, you don't knowing these things, and, hearing these, these testimonies, hearing it from brothers, you don't want to go through these things, man. If you can be told it, why go through it, man? Why feel like shit? If you're already feeling like shit in this society, man. But if you have to go through it, you might have to go through it. But we're telling you now, bro, it's a way to, move. And it's better not to go through these things, man.
All right. You want to grab that,
What? What you want me to grab?
Yeah, Mark 5 and 1.
Yeah, I do have it, bro. Mark 5 and 1.
Because these demons are very, they love unclean spirits. I mean, unclean things. So demons will hop onto that.
Yeah.
You go ahead and read it.
Here it is. This is the book of Mark, chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, "And they came over unto the other side of the sea, into the country of the Gadareans.
Yeah.
And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with the unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains, because he had, demons on him." All right, unclean spirits are demons. Simply put it, verse 4 says, "Because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces, neither could any man tame him. And always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones."
Only demons will make you do stuff like that, bro.
Verse 6, "But when he saw Yahweh Shai afar off, he ran and worshipped him, and cried with a loud voice, and said, What have I to do with thee, Yahweh Shai, thou son of the Most High, Yahweh? I adjure thee by the Most High that thou torment me not. That also goes into how the left hand spirits, these demons are subjected to Yahweh Shai, man. Just really put it. Verse 8 says, For he said unto him, Come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. And he asked him, What is thy name? And he answered and saying, My name is Legion, for we are many. Smoking, that's unclean. That is something unclean. That's an unclean spirit. When you smoke, you don't get shit done. You're always procrastinating. And also, that spirit of bro, what's that one spirit a lot of these females deal with, bro? Anxiety. That smoking also puts anxiety upon you, man. You can't do shit, man. You can't speak. You're always in the shell. You're always having anxieties because you smoking, man. And a lot of people have that shit. Either you have anxiety or you paranoid. And it's because you're using these, these medicinal, these properties that the Lord have put upon this earth in the wrong way, man. You're not using it the way you're supposed to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's not benefiting you in any way. To simply put it. Where do you want me to stop at?
Keep going.
Continue, it says in verse 9, it says, And he asked him, What is thy name? And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many. And he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding. And all the devils besought him, saying, Send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. Verse 13, And forthwith Yahweh Shai gave them leave, and the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000 and were choked in the sea.
We can start there.
Con.
So it just shows you that the Lord rebuked the demon spirit that was on the man, and it fled and went to the swine, which is a pig. Hey, but we all got unclean spirits when we first entered the truth, but they flew away when we entered the truth. But the Lord will still test you, with different demons, and it might be new demons, it might be old demons, but it's about how you face them and overcome them. Yeah. This to show you how strong you are in the spirit, because you may that's why the Lord will actually put you in a loop of the same thing, but probably different situations until you master it. Yeah. Say you got a problem with smoking, and you smoke, you're like, damn man, I'm finna get right, but you just cannot get right until you actually prove to yourself, to the Lord Yahweh Shai, I'm not finna do it no more. And it might be 6 months you're not smoking, and then you might be faced with again, then you deny it. It's to show you that the outward man is weak, but the inward man gets stronger day by day. Yeah. Roughly paraphrasing, but it just shows you that, man. We're all trying to grow and get stronger in the spirit, and it's a matter of how much do you want it.
Exactly. It really matters on what you do after you fumble, after you fuck up, man. Cause and the Most High knows, man. You're supposed to get back up and keep trying, because we have tests. We not perfect, we fail them, but the whole point is to deny the lust of the flesh, and to keep dwelling out the righteousness. That's all it what really matters, man. And, in doing this work, which is pleasing to Yahweh Shema Shai. Simply put it. But we basically want to tell you how smoking it's not beneficial to you at all, man. If anything, it's really gonna bring you down. It's gonna drive you away from the Most High, man. Cause how you want that spirit on you if you deny the spirit, man, by smoking? If you defiling your temple, And that just don't go for smoking, man. You know, that's going for, you know, your dietary laws, going back to Leviticus, you know, what you're doing in your flesh. You know, it really just goes back to your spirit, man, how much, you know, how much you fear the Lord and how much you love the Lord, because you're going to show it. Scripture says faith without works is dead. You know, simply put it.
I don't got no more presets.
You know, you got anything to say, Squad?
Nah.
All right, well, you know, I guess we hit the topic. You know, in closing, you know, we want to give all praises, honor, glory, infinite blessings unto
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem HaKadosh.
Until next time, you want to say shalom
Shalom.
and a Bible ball
A Bible ball.
soon.